What up, big geeks and fellow Dragon Ball fans, and welcome to my Dragon Ball Super episode 66 review. Alright dudes, so I just got finished watching the episode again, and holy shit man, it was even better the second time round with the subtitles. Okay, so I just want to recap the episode here, dudes. So basically we were brought back to where Goku was fighting it out with Zamasu with the Kamehameha, and he literally uses his last ounce of energy. He says in the actual episode, full power. He gave it everything he could, and it did win against Zamasu, but it wasn't enough to take down Zamasu. Guys, Zamasu is faring out to be one of the greatest villains of Dragon Ball history. Goku and Vegeta combined struggled greatly against Zamasu. But anyway dudes, as that happens, Zamasu's form seemed to become a lot more deformed. He was split down the middle from, you know, looking immortal to some sort of deformed demonic kind of state. And he just looked pure ugly in my opinion. And then Goku and Vegeta were kind of stunned by it. Like, I was stunned as a viewer, like, what the hell is going on here? And Gawatsu basically said this is the ugly form that he's taken on of his emotions that's been trapped inside him ever since the beginning of the arc of Zamasu. And this is his physical form now. This is him half mortal and half immortal, if that makes any sense. And then Gawatsu kind of stated that this is his most vulnerable state at the moment, and they need a higher power to, you know, finish it off and get the job done. And then it happened, dudes. Goku suggested it to Vegeta that they need to fuse, and obviously Vegeta's first response to it was like, hell no, I ain't gonna fuse with you again, Goku. I said I ain't doing that shit again. But Goku said, look, it's our last resort, we have to do it. And then this is where it gets a little bit confusing, dudes, because from our understanding from Dragon Ball Z, that the Potara fusions were permanent and they could not be separated. And I know in Dragon Ball Z in the Majin Buu arc, we got to see them defuse from being in Majin Buu, but I just thought there was some sort of reaction in Majin Buu's body that caused, you know, the diffusion to happen. But now apparently, if it's Supreme Kai's Potaras, the fusion only lasts an hour. And I was just kind of like, okay, so basically it's the same as the Gogeta fusion, except with Potara earrings. So I was kind of like, okay, you know, I'll accept that. It doesn't make too much sense, but I'll accept it. But anyway, guys, Vegeta was finally formed, and it was so epic, dudes. If you have seen my reaction, then you know this shit got extremely epic. The fight scenes were incredible, and Vegeta was just awesome in this fight. And Zamasu really didn't know what to do, because he was kind of like, holy crap, where did this power come from? But even at that, dude, Zamasu put up a great fight against Vegeta. Like, even at some point, he actually put Vegeta down to the ground. But, dudes, we knew this was happening. Vegeta was only playing, and then, boom! We get that very familiar finishing move that Vegeta had in Dragon Ball Z, the Spirit Sword. It was so awesome to see that again. I was so blown away when I seen it. I was like, oh my god, this is so awesome. Like, it made Zamasu's little sword look like a little bitch. It was so cool, dudes. But anyway, as it was looking that Vegeta had the upper hand in this episode, dudes, it turns out the fusion didn't even last an hour, and this is where it gets really confusing. And Gawatsu then says that they used up all the power of the fusion. Now, dudes, I don't want to be hating on this, but this doesn't make any sense anymore. Like, at first we were all convinced that the Potara fusion was, you know, permanent, but now we're being told that it only lasts an hour if it's Supreme Kai's earrings, and then we were told that it only lasts until the power is all used up by Goku and Vegeta. So is the Potara fusion permanent at all? I don't know, guys. It didn't make too much sense for me, but maybe you guys can clarify this in the comment section below. I thought that part was really confusing, but all in all, it was so nice to see Vegeta. And like I said in my reaction video, I said that maybe we could have got a little bit more of Vegeta. I mean, they could have done a lot more with Vegeta, you know, because, you know, seeing Vegeta for the first time in like 20 plus years was one of the biggest things to happen this year for any Dragon Ball fans. And we literally only got about 10 minutes, if not less, than 10 minutes of Vegito. So it would have been great now if the whole episode was dedicated to Vegito and Zamasu fighting, but I'm not going to complain because we got Vegito anyway, and I'm pretty happy about it. Yeah, so then Vegito was defused and it was just Goku and Vegeta again, and that's when Zamasu had the upper hand again. It's getting annoying seeing this guy getting the upper hand all the time, but he did, and then that was it. And then it was just like, oh no, Zamasu was about to deliver a final blow to Goku and Vegeta, and next thing, boom, Trunks steps in, and I'm just totally blown away. But the power that Trunks has shown in this episode, it was just intense. Firstly, I want to go back to when Trunks received his broken sword from Mai, and he was just like, I have to do this for planet Earth. I have to do this for the people of Earth because I am immortal and I need to do this. And you know, the compassion and love that Trunks showed in this episode for the people of his world was so captivating. It was so emotional to watch, dudes. Like you could really feel the emotion in this episode, and like Trunks really showed that in this episode. I can't stress it enough on how I think Trunks' character has developed so much since Dragon Ball Z. Like Trunks started off to being this cool, calm, collected character with, you know, it's just such a badass, didn't really say too much. Now he's become this really emotional, determined individual to save the world and save the people of this planet. Somewhat of a role model for some people. Like, this was so incredible. Anyway, I'm rambling on too much about the emotion in the movie. I'm rambling on too much about the emotion in this episode, dudes. So basically, when he got the sword, I was not expecting this. This was completely... I was not expecting this at all, dudes. He transferred the energy from his body into the sword, creating the sword again. Like, the sword was broken, but he put his energy in it, and then the sword just looked so cool from there on in. But that's when Trunks stepped in to save Goku and Vegeta and displayed some serious power. And then Zamasu was kind of like, you know, this power is not enough to take on the power of a god, and then he blasts Trunks away. And then, you know, the two little kids, I can't remember the name, but they're cheering on Trunks like, you know, keep going, keep at it, keep at it. The next thing, boom, the spiritual energy started leaving their bodies and going towards Trunks, and then everybody's spiritual energy started forming up into somewhat of a spirit bomb in the sky. It was just like a spirit bomb, dudes. I couldn't get over how awesome this was. The spiritual energy gathered up into some sort of form of white light in the sky, and you know, Trunks started absorbing the energy in his body, and then Goku and Vegeta were just like, oh my god, Goku, or oh my god, Vegeta, we gotta give him our energy too. And then they transferred their energy up into the sky, and then boom, Trunks started getting this white energy, this spiritual energy from everybody all over the world. And then Trunks said, you know what, I'm gonna finish this. And then he jumps up into the sky, absorbs all the energy into his body, become this spiritual powered being. And the music that was played in the background was so holy, it was so godly, it was incredible to witness, dudes. Seeing Trunks take on this new kind of spiritual, godlike form was just, it was amazing, dudes. Like, Akira Toriyama, you have done it again, you beautiful son of a bitch. This episode was incredible. I loved it. And then Trunks delivered a blow to Zamasu, actually damaging him. Zamasu was just completely shocked. He didn't know what to do. And then when he pulled the sword back out, you could see that he was not healing. And then Trunks finished it. Probably the most goriest way possible, by slashing him from the bottom all the way up to the top, straight in half. And luckily the blood wasn't really showing. Everything was just all white. It wasn't too gory. It was PG, dudes. Don't worry. We kids watch this show too, you know. So, and I'm sure Akira Toriyama took that in consideration in animating this. But wow, that was when the final blow was delivered, and that ended the episode. Oh my god, phone, shut the hell up. But dudes, wow, what an incredible episode. I absolutely loved it. I think it was absolutely fantastic. What a way to end the Zamasu or the Goku Black arc with a bang. With, you know, where it all started with Trunks. That was the best damn way you could finish it. I would have been disappointed if Vegito finished it. Like, I know us Vegito fans would have loved Vegito kicking the crap out of Zamasu, and we did get that. We were given that, but we really wanted the true hero to prevail in this episode, and that was Trunks. This was incredible. I fucking loved it, dudes, and I'm sure you guys loved it as well. I can't really say much more, but then we got to the preview, dudes, and then we can see there that straight off the bat, dudes, we got to see Omni King appear. I'm guessing this is where Goku presses the button. Now, previously to that, our predictions were that Goku was going to press the button to call upon the Omni King to get rid of Zamasu. He could have done that, but I think he may have forgotten that he had that button in the first place, because we all know Goku's a bit of an idiot sometimes. But when you go back, I think Omni King is summoned by Goku maybe to fix the planet on Trunks' timeline. I think that would be the best way to end the Trunks arc here, dudes, because it would show that, you know, everything is okay now, the world is back to normal, Omni King has made everything nice again, and Trunks can live in his own timeline and his own world in happiness and peace. I think that's the best way to end it, and hopefully now when we come into episode 67 of Dragon Ball Super, we will be introduced to a new arc. I don't know what that new arc is going to be, but I hope it's going to be something awesome, that maybe they'll bring Gohan back into it, and maybe we'll finally get to see Goten brought back into the series, because he's off somewhere. I don't know where the hell Goten is in this series so far. We haven't seen him since the tournament, and he was just sitting there. But like, wow, it's gonna be amazing to see where Akira Toriyama's next step is in the anime. I'm pumped, dude. I'm hyped. I'm ready for the next episode. I'm ready for the next arc. But anyway, guys, that ends my review for Dragon Ball Super episode 66. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed my initial reaction previous to this review. If you did enjoy, guys, please show this review some love and give it a thumbs up, a like, and that'd be super awesome. And share it as well, dudes. If you share the same opinions that I do of this episode, I'm sure other people would feel the same. Share it with your friends. Let them discuss it. Have a big discussion about Dragon Ball Super and how you feel about it right now. Even if you want to talk about it in the comment section, I'm more than happy to talk to you guys as well. But anyway, guys, that ends it, and as always, stay geeky, stay cool, be awesome, and be happy. And guys, be sure to join me next week for episode 67 with new hope in our hearts. Farewell, Trunks. See you later, dudes.